Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you are not already standing, would you please stand for our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Welcome to the 25th Annual Caltrans Workers Memorial. I'm Beth Ruiak. I'm the host of Insight on Capital Public Radio. Today's reverence and this ceremony are dedicated to the fallen workers of Caltrans, and we especially extend our arms open wide to the families, more than 100 family members that are here today, representing their loved ones who lost their lives on the job. As you see this diamond of orange cones, each cone in the diamond represents a special and unique life. It's the life of a Caltrans worker. She or he lost his or her life on the job, and it's very special for the families to feel the representation of that person and that memory here today. There's a black cone in the middle of the diamond, and the black cone represents all fallen workers across the United States, all construction workers everywhere who gave their lives on the job. I know the Caltrans director, Malcolm Doherty, will echo the words I was just speaking. I'd like to invite him to the podium now.
Well, good morning and welcome, and thank you all for being here. Welcome to all the Caltrans employees representing the entire organization, and thank you for all the work that you do in serving the people of California. And thank you for being here to the families of each of the lost loved ones and co-workers and friends who have made the ultimate sacrifice serving the people of California. Family members representing those who have been lost decades ago. This array of cones, one for each of the Caltrans employees that has been lost, 183, represents the mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters of those who have lost their lives. And they have worked to make California a better place and a safer place. I thank you all for being here, and I offer you up my personal condolences. Today we remember and honor those loved ones as lost co-workers and friends ourselves. And the best way for us to honor those loved ones and the sacrifice they have made is to do everything we can to avoid any other family going through what you have gone through. And this year, we will not be adding any more cones to this array, recognizing that no Caltrans employee was lost over the past 12 months. Our job, everyone here, is to now use today as a starting point to make a commitment for the next 12 months. And hopefully 12 months from now, we will not add another cone. And we will then renew that commitment for the following 12 months and the following 12 months, with the goal that we will never add another cone to this array. We will continue as an organization to make every commitment we can to safety through training, safety training, operator training, defensive driving training, technical training. We will continue to make a commitment to improve equipment and personal protection for our employees. And one example of that is improving the reflectivity of vehicles, which we have out here as samples, as well as improving the reflectivity of the shirts and the clothing that they wear. And we are going to start to roll out a new shirt and new clothing for our employees. We'll be going back to our traditional orange, and it will also include a black band on that shirt to be able to remind us that we remember everybody who has lost their lives and why safety is so important every day we go to work and every day we put this shirt on. But what is equally important is educating the public to be alert, to move over, to slow down in work zones as well as when they see those amber lights flashing. This past year, I am very proud to have been a part of rolling out a new safety campaign, Be Work Zone Alert. And this year, we've made it more real, we've made it more personal, and we've asked the actual children of some of our employees to be part of our safety campaign, and that latest PSA is going to be played up on the video for you at this time, and then I will conclude my remarks.
He taught me how to ride my bike.
He's the coach
For my baseball team.
They help me with my math homework. He holds my hand while we watch scary movies. Because the things he does helps all of us. Be alert. Our parents are at work.
If they're not going to listen to us as grown-ups, we're going to bring out the big guns and ask them to slow down for our kids. To the family and friends and coworkers of those who have lost a loved one, we can't bring them back, but we can honor them by preventing future tragedies and ensuring everyone goes home safely at the end of the day. To the motoring public, all these individuals work hard to keep you safe. Please help keeping them safe. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Secretary of the California State Transportation Agency, Secretary Brian Kelly.
I am pleased to join you all this morning to recognize the great sacrifices and spirit of service that Caltrans workers embrace each day in California. Public service is a very special calling, and it attracts a special kind of person. It attracts those who make decisions based on a sense of duty and community and a commitment to causes that extend beyond personal goals. Those who enter public service at Caltrans and other places bind themselves to a larger purpose. There are many families here who have suffered great loss, and I want to express to you my heartfelt condolences to all of you. To honor the work of your loved ones, to honor you for your sacrifice, and to tell you how much I appreciate you being here today. Thank you very much. I'd like to close with a quote from a leader in California history from the United Farm Workers, Dolores Huerta, who said, "Giving kids clothes and food is one thing, but it's much more important to teach them that other people besides themselves are important, and that the best they can do with their lives is to use them in the service of other people." With that, I ask that all Californians join me today in honoring the service and sacrifice of all Caltrans workers and committing to make our streets and highways safer places for everybody. Thank you very much.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm very honored to speak at this solemn event today. As you can see, this memorial tugs at my heartstrings in my soul, like no other. Many of you know of the tragic loss of my daughter on a state highway 14 years ago. And that started me on my journey here at the Capitol. I'm really sorry for this. I'm here today for not only families, but for my daughter. And I'm here today for your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father. We share a pain like no other. To the families of our fallen colleagues, thank you for being here and allowing us to support your grief. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to show you our deepest gratitude and for the sacrifice your loved ones made for the citizens of California. May this event bring you some measure of comfort and peace. And to all the Caltrans workers here today, it is my deepest and most sincere prayer that your families will never know this pain. Godspeed, and please be safe. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Assemblyman Frazier, thank you. I'd now like to introduce the President of the Professional Engineers in California Government, Mr. Roy Flores.
Thank you. It is an honor for professional engineers in California government to help pay tribute to our fallen workers. Today we remember those that we consider our friends, our family, and are an integral part of our Caltrans community. Those that knew a certain job had to be done and were determined to do it. This is our most solemn event and one worthy of honoring those that made the ultimate sacrifice for our world-class transportation system. To the families of our fallen workers, we thank you for being here today, and we offer you our deepest condolences as we honor those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you.
My name is Edward Holgerson. I'm from District Run, Northern California, Caltrans Equipment Operator number 2, Bridge Crew. It was Thursday, October 31st, 2013, Halloween Day. I was looking forward to getting home from my shift to take my family to the annual Harvest Fest at my church. But on October 31st, 2013, I never got home. That day I was flagging on the Murray Road overpass in McKinleyville, California. It was around 2 p.m., beautiful sunny day. I was wearing all of my protective gear. There was a line of cones in front of me, and I was holding a stop sign. I recall facing the cars that were coming through, watching for turn signals in case they were going to make the turn onto the northbound on-ramp. At that very moment, an elderly man came out of the gas station parking lot 150 feet from me. He went from 0 to 30 miles per hour within 5 to 6 seconds. At that very moment, I was facing away. The driver was not paying attention. He did not see the bright orange cones in front of me, the stop sign in my hand, or me. I don't remember much after that. A good Samaritan named Chuck, he was driving by, witnessed what had happened, and later gave me details. The man ran through my cones, struck me at 30 miles per hour. He hit the gas instead of the brakes. The bumper hit my left side of my legs. My head and shoulder went through the windshield. Then he hit the brakes. My body was thrown to the pavement. As I lay on the ground, I was told I was thrashing around, grinding my head into the pavement because I was in so much pain. I couldn't see. My left eye was full of blood. My right eye was swollen. Blood was coming out my left ear. They did their best to keep me still and conscious. I was taken to Eureka by ambulance. A coworker called my sister and told her what had happened. My sister then called my wife, Jennifer, who was in another town with my daughter getting ice cream after school. My sister said to my wife, Jennifer, I need you to sit down. Eddie's been hit by a car. You need to get to the hospital right away. Jen says she was completely numb, making a 30-minute drive to Eureka. She knew she had to stay calm. When she got to the hospital, my head was swollen so much it looked like a melon. My wife, my kids, people from my church stood around my hospital bed and prayed for me. I was then flown to the trauma center in Santa Rosa. I believe the only reason I'm here today is because of all those prayers. In Santa Rosa Trauma Center, I was there for 8 days. Then I was transferred to St. Joe's Acute Rehab Center for 7 more days. I had a fighting will to survive for my family. They needed me. I have pain doing simple things, everyday things. I can't roller skate with my daughter anymore. I can't shoot hoops with my son. I can't swim or snow ski. I even have pain when I look down to read. My wife says she's still getting to know the new Ed, and my kids are too. But I'm a fighter, and I'm going to beat this. My family, please stand up. My family. My family, they are the true heroes in my story. Thank you. I have forgiven the man who hit me. It could happen to anybody. But I want people to know that the guys you see working on the highways and the roads, we are husbands, we are dads, we are friends. We are people just like you. Please put down your cell phones, pay attention, slow down, be alert, especially when the crews are working. I am one of the lucky ones. It could have easily been me, represented by a cone here in front of me. Let's not add another cone. Be aware, drive with caution, please. Thank you for letting me speak today.
We have a new and different presentation to make at this year's memorial. You might not be aware that Caltrans and CTF have a Children of Fallen Workers Scholarship, but the first ever recipient is going to be awarded today. So I'd like to have Director Doherty return to the podium.
So Beth mentioned the CTF, which is the California Transportation Foundation, which does a tremendous amount of work with the department as well as other transportation stakeholders in many different capacities, and one of those is to offer scholarships. And I would like to welcome up and congratulate the first ever winner of a $2,000 scholarship for the Children of Fallen Workers Memorial Scholarship, to offer up a few words and also to present to her the check, Miss Alyssa Knabenbauer. Please come up. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you. I want to thank everyone who had a hand in funding this scholarship. It means so much to me and my mom. It has not been an easy road for us since the death of my dad in 2007. But through it all, I have continued on with my education because I know that is what my dad would have wanted me to do. That is what the thing that my dad wanted me to do, what wanted most of me to do, was to be the first one in our family to get a degree. My ultimate goal is to become a high school math teacher. Since his death in 2007, with the support of my family and God, I was able to earn my BA in mathematics in June of 2013, and I graduated on Father's Day. Which would have made him even more proud for me to achieve my degree on his special day. Now I am working on my next step to achieve my goal, and that is my single subject teacher credential and my master's in education. My parents always told me that nothing is easy and you have to always work hard in order to reach your goals, and it is so true. My dad loved his job and he was very involved in it, and so was me and my mom. I can remember my dad always showing me the vehicles and telling me what the signs mean. As a little girl, I can remember going to take your child to work day, playing on the freeway when the 210 was going to open, and several other things over the years. I just heard that through my dad's death, they have put into effect safety measures in order to protect the workers in the Gore Point, that in turn could have or will save other family members in the years to come. Me and my mom would like to thank everyone at Caltrans for all their wonderful things they have done in memory of my dad. We appreciate so much. We are so proud to see that they are taking necessary steps to make sure that all their employees are safe. This year on May 16th, my dad would have celebrated his 25th year at Caltrans. I am honored that they will be placing a memorial stone in the yard where he worked. I know this would be very special to him as it is for us to be placed on his 25th years of service. Thank you.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
And so with that, we have marked this 25th anniversary of a memorial, and hopefully when we gather again, there will be no more new cones to add to this diamond. Thank you, everybody. Go in peace.